Hi, this is Eva from Bay Harbor Med Spa, Miami and Atlanta, and I want to talk today to all the women that live in Surfside, Bay Harbor, Sunny Isles, and Sans Souci. So you are all in a radius of a half a mile or a mile of me. I'm in Bay Harbor, but the reason that I am making this video is to let all the women in the area that have white chin hairs, white upper lip hairs, only white. I want you to know that there is a permanent solution, and it's very old. It's 125 years old, and it's called electrolysis. I also want you to know that electrolysis is a dying profession, and very few people still do electrolysis. But since I am not somebody that came into the profession recently, I do this well over 40 years, and I came to America 40 years ago with my profession, amongst other professions that I had, that I did electrolysis overseas. So I do still electrolysis. And I hear that it is very, very hard for people. People are really surprised when they find me somehow on YouTube or Instagram. They find me somewhere and they say, oh my God, I didn't know that you are here. I didn't know that you do electrolysis. So I do electrolysis, but here's something that I want everybody to understand. Electrolysis is not a one-time treatment. Neither is it a fun treatment. Electrolysis does hurt. Why does it hurt? Because I insert a needle, and when I insert a needle into the hair follicle, then I press on the foot pedal and I release heat, and that heat actually hurts. So if I had to tell you electrolysis or laser, I would say always do laser before you do electrolysis, with one caveat. If your hair is white or blonde, you cannot do laser, because laser doesn't see white or laser doesn't see blonde. So what are you to do? So then you have no choice. The only thing you can do is do electrolysis, and call me at 305-864-3333. That is 305-864-3333. But I want you to know that electrolysis, exactly like laser, requires many visits. And the visits that are required here is not because of what I do or because of my machine or because the way I do it. It has simply something to do with the human anatomy. Human hair grows in cycles and in stages. And a full cycle of you or my hair growth on my face is 3 months. And in this 3 months period, there's only a 2-week period when you or my hair is in the growing stage. And this is the only time when I, either with electrolysis or laser, can destroy your hair follicle. But why am I not able to destroy it if I do insert a needle into your hair follicle? Why can't I destroy it when I insert a needle? For a simple reason, that 93% of your hair follicles that I treat every time are not in the growing stage, are in the in-between or in the sleeping stage. So this is why you require a repeat visits for electrolysis. The difference between electrolysis and laser is this. Electrolysis, you are not allowed to shave the hair. You must let the hair grow out, because I have to be able to hold on to the hair with a tweezer. Contrary to laser, you cannot have any hair on the surface when you do laser. You must shave it off. So, there's a given balance. I always say prevention is much easier than correction. So don't wait. If you have black hair, give me a call and let's do laser hair removal. But if you waited too long and now you have only white hairs and you get annoyed because it's annoying, and I'm a woman myself and I have some white hairs myself, I understand how annoying it is, and we see each single hair. And if you drive in your car and the sun hits you the right way, and they say, oh my God, I see 1 here, I see 2, and I see 3 here. Because you see it, you might not see it when you look in the mirror, but you see it when you're not looking in the mirror. But when you are driving, you do look in the mirror of your car, but the sun hits you in a particular way. So I know, I am a woman, I understand myself. So then electrolysis is the only way. But everybody should know it's not a one-time treatment. And there is a reason, because the hair has to be in the anagen, in the growing stage. And so statistically, every time you come, I get only about 7 to 10% of your hairs in the growing stage. However, the good news is that eventually we can get all the hairs and I can destroy all your hairs. The last thing that I want to share with every woman that's past menopause, I need you to understand whether you are 40, 50, or you are 85. or you're 90, because I have people that are 90, 92 that come here. So here's something that every woman has to understand, and I speak now as a professional and as a woman. Once we lose our periods, so, you know, your hormones are perfect until you are 30. And then from 30, it starts sort of like slowly going down. And then it's just from 30, it starts going down. And I'm talking about your estrogen, your progesterone. Then you reach 45, 48, and then you go 50 and you go to menopause. And when you go to menopause, what happens? You are losing most of your progesterone. You're losing most of your estrogen. And what's left is testosterone. And testosterone is a very strong male dominant hormone. And that is the hormone that's responsible for supplying testosterone to the blood vessels, to the hair follicle via the blood vessels. And so you have actually more hair growth. So for somebody who never had hair, like I never had any facial hair, never had hair. And once I hit menopause, 10 years into past my menopause stage, I started to grow singular hairs. Here. I have less than 8 hairs, but they started to grow. Why? Because the testosterone is still a more dominant hormone in my body. So the hair is the follicles are being stimulated by the testosterone. Even if it's not high level, it's there. And that happens to every single woman. So you lose progesterone, you use estrogen, and then the testosterone will be the dominant hormone. The only time that this will change, and I don't want to bore you with it, but if you go and you take bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, once you go immediately into menopause and you switch, then you are balancing, then you are bringing your progesterone, your estrogen to the levels that you want them, and your testosterone, so they are balanced, so you will not see so much hair growth because you have balance. But if you don't take anything, then and testosterone is the only Mohicani that's left, then you will get more, you will start seeing more and more hairs and more white hairs because there's nothing else, there's no balance. So again, 305-864-3333, you give me a call and we can schedule an appointment. I have another clinic in Atlanta, so I'm not always in Miami. I go between the two clinics, so you make sure that you get in touch with me if indeed you need electrolysis, you need laser, or you need any anti-aging treatments, skin treatments that I do, because that's my profession. 305-864-3333. Thank you. Ciao, guys. I hope it helps you. Bye. Eva.